music and a book. The Grand Ole Opry has been entertaining country music lovers for 88 years. Can you believe that it's been that long?
That is a long time.
Yeah, some of the most memorable Opry moments, though, happened backstage. And thanks to a new book called Backstage at the Grand Ole Opry, you can have all those juicy stories right at your fingertips. We're joined now by the authors Dan Rogers and Brenda Colladay. Good morning.
That's right.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hi, y'all.
You've got Lisa. We are so excited to have Lisa Loeb hosting with us today. And of course, she has a connection to music for so many years. But you guys really kind of got in with the stories of what goes on backstage. Give us one of the juicy stories.
Oh, maybe one fun thing that people love to hear about is that Dierks Bentley, who is, of course, now a superstar in country music, once worked just across from the Opry House, came to the Opry several times backstage via that connection, enough times that our general manager said, maybe you don't need to be coming around so much. So it was basically banned from the Opry. But then a couple years later, some big hits. He played the Grand Ole Opry, he played the Grand Ole Opry several times, and he becomes a Grand Ole Opry member, at which time he held his Opry member award high and said, this is basically my backstage pass. You can't get rid of me now. And of course, we wouldn't want to get rid of him now.
I love it.
There's one.
Who would ever ban Dierks Bentley? Of course, it was before he became the Dierks Bentley that we all know.
This is so great. I mean, it's such it's funny, we always think of the stage because it's such a beautiful space. You know, the acoustics are so good there. It's such a great place to play, but everybody knows the magic happens backstage.
So how did you guys get access backstage?
Well, together we've worked for the Grand Ole Opry for a combined 30 years, so getting backstage has not been a problem.
You have a lifelong backstage pass.
Yeah, well, I don't know about life, but as long as they'll have it.
Was it difficult
and
getting...
you know...
Go ahead, Dan.
I was just going to say that we saw so many shows and we were hanging out so much backstage, and you just hear such great stories and folks come up to you and tell you a different story, or you see great photos, that we said we really need to put all of these things together in a book like this so that it's an experience.
It's great, too, to see, you know, they're showing a live run-through of people practicing backstage, and that kind of magic, it's funny because as a musician, you're back there and you're just doing your thing, but when you see other musicians doing it, it really is like a magical moment. It's not the performance for everybody in the audience, but it's really the preparation in it, and sometimes there's more life to actually what's going on backstage. You know, there's an immediacy of the musicians playing together.
Yeah, I think that would be the hottest ticket in town. I mean, because you see people who are just backstage. Our dressing rooms is themed, and one of them is grass, and that tends to be the place where people congregate and just have jam sessions. Today's superstar artists standing off to the side, just kind of peering in, listening to people pick and sing in the dressing room. So that's something that always makes a huge impression.
Did you guys notice in all your years there that the one common denominator with everyone when they're about to play and about to step out on that stage is kind of that everyone's a little awestruck that they're even there, and just the hugeness of what they're about to do? Does everybody sort of feel that?
I'll say that one of our current Opry members says that he was talking to Minnie Pearl one night, and she made the comment that she was nervous, and he said, you've been here for so many years, you still get nervous? And she said, if you don't get a little nervous, it doesn't mean as much to you as it should. And I'll say that, you know, for everyone who plays the show, the Grand Ole Opry is it. It's the place to be, as Marty Stewart says, on a Saturday night or now on a Saturday night. It's the... Maybe some more than others.
Well, thank you both for being with us. This book is just, it's so beautiful. All the photographs, I can't tell what I like better, the photographs or the stories, because it's all just so interesting.
I know, I love seeing all the classic shots of everybody, and then the new artists as well.
Yeah, and you know from being in the music industry for as long as you were that
yeah,
not where you haven't hung up your guitar
back
yet.
in the day.
But there is kind of that big thing like playing the Grand Ole Opry. You don't have to be a country artist really to appreciate the
singer-songwriters play there. You don't have to be a country artist, and it really is one of those things that you rise to the occasion. I think.
Oh, it's so cool. Well, thank you both for being with us this morning. When we come back, we'll take a look at a fashionable way to support Children's Medical Center. It is a gorgeous cause that you don't want to miss, so don't go anywhere.